Welcome to Info Support videos. My name is Karthik. Today we are going to discuss about creating materialized view on IDV. Today we are going to learn how to create materialized view on IDV directly, to find the difference between a table and the view after creating the view, and to query the view after it is created, and the purpose of the parameter mviewdir, which will be there in the ssa.ini under IDV home directory. When creating the create materialized view query, there are different parts. The first part is the keyword, that is create materialized view. The second one is the name of the view. The third one is the joiner keyword, that is as, and the last one is the select statement. So if you check the sample query, the create materialized view is the keyword which we need to begin with, and the second one is the name of the view, and as is the condition which joins the view and the select statement, and the last part is the select statement according to which we are going to create the materialized view with. If you see here, so we are just going to create a materialized view just with the region ID, that is RID, from the countries table, with the condition that is region ID is lesser than 100. So let's see how we can create it on Data Vault. Log into the Data Vault server and set up the environment variable. So once the environment variable is set, please log into SSA SQL, where we are going to execute the query. So here we are going to specify SSA SQL FAS space the RK folder name space DBA and the DBA password. So once we get the SQL prompt, so we can input the query with which we want to create the materialized view with. So like we discussed earlier, it should start with create materialized view space the view name as the select statement which we are going to use. This is the create materialized view query which we are going to use to create the materialized view. And as we discussed, we have the create materialized view keyword followed by the view name. So here I have prepended the schema name where I want to create the materialized view. So if you do not specify any schema name while creating the materialized view, it will be created under the public schema, which is the default one for Data Vault. I want to create it under this schema, so I'm mentioning the schema name here. Dot the view name as the select statement, so as and followed by the select statement, and make sure that you add a semicolon one after the create materialized view query and press enter. So once it is created, we will just confirm that if the view is created or not. Yeah, it is created. So one more thing which we need to be very careful about is this: when we create or when we do perform any task with respect to SSA SQL, we need to commit it. If you are not committing it, the changes will not be saved. So whatever the query which we executed here, that is the create materialized view, the view will not be saved and we cannot query the view once we exit this SQL prompt. So let's exit from this SQL prompt and let's try to get in and check if we are able to execute the same query again. So let's execute this query. Not found. So this means we did not commit it, because of which the view is not created. So we will run this query again and let's do a commit. So now I'm just doing a commit and let's exit and run the same query again. Yeah, if you see here, we can see the materialized view here. So we need to make sure that we are committing before we close the session, that is the SQL prompt for SSA SQL. So just to make sure that the view is created successfully. So let's see the difference between the table and the view, how it is created. So I'm inside the SSA admin prompt and I'm going to run this command set db space the RK folder name, and I'm inside the RK folder name. I'm going to run the command tables, and if you see it, This is, these two are tables and this one is view, which is showing as the type as mview. So the table is updatable. That is because we can, if we run another job, another loaded job, the data, we can append the data. So that's the reason it is showing it as updatable, and this is a materialized view. So whatever the task which we perform from the ILM UI, we can perform the same thing. We can refresh the materialized view, we can drop the materialized view and we can create it. So, or we can just drop the materialized view and we can commit it so that the view will be dropped. So this is the difference between the table and the materialized view which we created. So this can be seen under the SSA admin. So if you just run the tables command, so the reason why it is showing under the tables commands output is mview is also considered as a table because we can use it for querying. But the only difference is it has a updatable as type for the other tables and mview for the materialized view which we created. So that is the only difference. There is an important property, that is mview dir, that is present under the IDV home directories ssa.ini, which will hold the directory where we can store the materialized views. So you can find this property under ssa.ini. So if you can see it in the screen, mview dir is specified to a location. So let's see what is there in that location. So we are inside the materialized view directory, that is which is specified in ssa.ini, and when we try to check with the schema name and the view name, we can see two files here. So one which ends with 2_203, another one which ends with 2_206. So the reason why we are seeing two files for the same view is because it will not, the SCD files will not work in the same way as the other tables. Like it will create one for the metadata, another one for the data. So here it shows two SCD file because this one is the first materialized view where we did not commit it. It has created the SCD file here, but we have not committed it. So that's the reason it is not showing up the data. But this one, the view which we created, we did commit before we close the SSA SQL session, so that this file is registered and the first one is not registered. So the only difference is for the normal table archival, it will create two SCD files, the pair, that is one as the metadata, another one as the data. And here for the materialized view, it will create only one SCD file which will have as both the table data and the metadata. So the purpose of this mview dir parameter in ssa.ini is just to let IDV know that the materialized view SCD files should be loaded under this directory. Thank you for watching.